Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle of thoughts that seem to repeat endlessly? Phrases like, I'm not good enough, I always mess things up, or no one really understands me, echo in your mind. These thoughts aren't just noise, they're quietly shaping who you believe you are. But what if that inner voice isn't truth, but programming? And what if it can be rewritten? Today, you'll discover how to reprogram your internal dialogue, and as a result, shift your emotions, your self-image, and your reality. Picture someone on an ordinary day. They make a mistake in a simple task and immediately think, I'm so dumb. They catch the reflection and mutter, I look awful today. They're interrupted in a conversation and quietly conclude, no one cares what I have to say. These thoughts fly under the radar. They seem harmless, but they repeat every day with subtle variations. And over time, they create a distorted internal image, a fogged mirror. This is self-talk. It can build you up, but more often it breaks you down silently. And you may not even realize you're feeding it. The first step is to notice the mirror, to see that what you think about yourself isn't fact, but a story. And every story can be rewritten. Psychologist Lev Vygotsky proposed that language shapes thought. We talk to ourselves constantly, whether out loud or silently. And that inner dialogue influences decisions, memory, focus, and our sense of identity. When you repeat a phrase to yourself, your brain doesn't treat it as a suggestion, it believes it. This isn't just theory, it's neuroscience. Repetition creates neural pathways, and the more you use them, the more automatic they become. Meanwhile, Stoic philosophy teaches that we can't control what happens, but we can control how we interpret what happens. Epictetus wrote, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to what happens that matters. Together, science and philosophy reveal something powerful. You're not a prisoner of your automatic thoughts. You can interrupt, question, and rebuild them. But it starts with awareness. And that's what you're cultivating right now. The awareness that the words you whisper to yourself are shaping the way you live. Reprogramming your mind is like updating your operating system. It doesn't happen all at once. It takes intention. Step 1, observe. Start noticing what you say to yourself when things go wrong, when you're alone, or when you're afraid. Write it down. Track the patterns. Step 2, question. Ask, where did this come from? Is this voice truly mine or something I internalized years ago? So often our inner dialogue is just echoes of someone else's words. A parent, a teacher, an old wound. Step 3, replace. Shift I'm a failure to I made a mistake, but I'm learning. This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about choosing words that are more accurate, more balanced, and more helpful. At first, it might feel fake. Your brain will resist. It prefers the old paths. But with repetition and intention, new paths form. Your inner voice becomes a guide instead of a critic. And when that changes, so does how you feel, how you act, how you see yourself. Slowly, your external world begins to reflect this new internal foundation. That's the real power of reprogramming. Not a mental trick, but a conscious transformation of the way you exist within your own mind. She had no name, but she could be anyone. Someone who had long believed she was messy, weak, unworthy. Those words played on repeat in her head even when no one said them anymore. One day, for no particular reason, she began writing down her thoughts. And she realized she was harsh, critical, unforgiving. She decided to try something different. Every time a negative thought popped up, she wrote it down. Then she wrote a counter thought beside it. At first it felt forced, but with time the inner voice softened. It didn't disappear. It simply became kinder, more balanced. For the first time, she heard herself with compassion, and that changed everything. Because when you change how you talk to yourself, you change how you show up in the world. And that shift is irreversible. Every day you talk to someone, yourself. That voice might be invisible to others, but it defines your choices, your emotions, your energy. It can be a silent cage or a doorway to freedom. Your identity isn't a sentence, it's a construction, and you get to choose the materials. Words are bricks. Thoughts are blueprints. Rewrite, rethink, rebuild. Because the most important conversation of your life is the one happening inside you, and it has the power to change everything. If this message resonated with you, this is only the beginning. For You Mind exists to deepen your self-awareness, challenge your beliefs, and awaken the power already within you. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Your journey doesn't end here. It's only just begun.